Welcome, everybody, to Two Jews and the News. We're about to get lit with some news, aren't we there, Brian? How you doing, brother?
What is happening, my brother?
We are happening, man. It's another fucking week, and we got some shit to talk about, don't we?
We do. I want to tell everybody tuning in to the Blunt News. This is my friend Ryan, no last names.
GoStoner, we call me.
GoStoner. And for those of you who know, we've been doing this show for a while. So for those of you who don't know, this is Ryan.
Welcome, everybody. You could just call me GoStoner. So you don't confuse Ryan and Brian. We have to go with separate names here. It makes it a lot easier.
A lot easier.
Yes, sir. So you got anything you blazing on today?
Just my cartridge.
Just your cartridge?
It's my old orange I don't know if it's orange cream soda or just orange soda.
Ooh, I love it. And so I'm matching you with some orange. I got some orange cream right here. 2020 Sesh sent me some of these beautiful. Let me see if I can show you here. Live resin cartridges. They are fucking delicious. I'll be hitting on this as soon as I finish this Keef joint, which is fucking amazing. This strain is Diablo OG. But let's get litty. So what do you got? What's going on, man? What do you got to talk about this week?
Sounds like a strong sativa.
Yeah. So that's to get us through. This is to finish us up.
Sounds good.
Yeah, brothers. How you doing? What's going on in your hood?
I had a couple things I wanted to talk about. So, you know, at this point in time, I've been doing this, for a year. Yeah. Not like I'm some crafty veteran who's, I'm still like, but,
yeah, aren't we all though?
We are. But I've figured out that some things just kind of come to me, and then I can kind of put everything together, and I like shooting from the hip. Sometimes, not all the time.
Like that? We like it.
Okay. So today's April 11th, and to most people that's no significance, but to me it's a date that'll kind of stand out in infamy. Today is the birthday of my ex.
Oh, okay.
And this is a person who I had my first child with. And
talk about it. Let's talk about that.
And as a lot of you know, I haven't seen my oldest in 7+ years.
Wow.
And counting.
Almost a decade. Wow. A lot of changes in a year. So 7 is a lot.
A lot of changes in a growing boy, in a teenager turning into a man, especially not being able to have his biological father in his life.
Mm-hmm. Does he have a father now? A stepfather or any kind of parental figure other than the wife?
He does have a stepfather, and not a very good person, not a very bright person, not a very. I understand that from his point of view, he's supporting his wife. You understand? From his point of view, he's like, I'm supporting my wife. But from everybody else's point of view, he complicitly conspired to kidnap my son.
All right.
He helped keep my child away from me for 7 years. It doesn't matter how old he's going to be. My boy's going to be 21 years old next month. Going
to be drinking. So he's old enough to make his own decisions, obviously, right?
He is.
Okay.
And so let me give you guys the breakdown on parental alienation. So,
Yeah.
All right. So parental alienation is the actual name for what happens when a child becomes estranged from one parent due to the manipulation of the child's feelings, emotional, and physical surroundings. So that
it's almost cultish in a sense.
It is
Scientology, almost religionist, but so okay. It's a brainwashing within its bubble-esque environment.
Right. It's brainwashing the child to think that everything bad is because of one parent and everything good is because of one parent.
I've seen it. Just not about me, but my parents come from divorced. My brother-in-law, I have a brother-in-law, sister-in-law. At one point in my life, one didn't talk to the other talk, and it was always a back and forth because one was always the demon of the father or the mother. And I was just looking at him like, it seems like you guys both don't have your stories straight. So
right,
okay. So I've seen this happen before.
Right. So like I said, I always say this. There's four things to a story, four truths to a story. Think about it. There's my version, there's your version, there's the actual truth, and then there's the reason for the whole truth.
Mm-hmm. There's always logic behind it.
There's always logic behind it.
Yeah, and we don't understand it sometimes. But
right,
it could be
that. Right. So, to her, I'm the villain. But meantime, facts remain. She keeps him away from me, and she's kept him away from me. So something got to be wrong with that. Somebody's got to open their eyes at some point and say that's not correct. So one of the reasons I want to talk about it is not just what I've gone through personally. So this is not, it doesn't have to be a Brian story.
Right.
I can share my story.
Yeah, because again, just me mentioning it, I've seen it happen just in my own life. It's not something that you're just going through. It's everywhere.
It's not new to anyone. We've just been brainwashed to normalize it. Oh, if the husband and wife get a divorce, then fuck the guy. He's just,
whoever the kid is with is the good parent. Whoever is out there, they're the asshole.
The bad parent, right?
Yeah. And I've seen that so many times.
That's horrible. It's horrible to do to the kids. It's horrible. So part of the advocacy that I'm trying to do for the cannabis community is explain this, because you see this in the cannabis community so much, where one set of one side of the family says, oh, he's a pothead, she's a pothead, he's smoking, she's smoking. You get that kid away from those. Those are drugs.
Yeah.
It's the devil's lettuce.
Meanwhile, while they're getting drunk within their own homes, drinking in front of them, showing horrible behavior, arguing back and forth, maybe domestic violence and abuse. Not to say that all homes and that drinkers do that, but as we know statistically, that is something that is more prevalent than a marijuana smoker. We're not beating our wives. I'm sorry. I'm not raising my hands.
I don't have the strength to do that. I'll smoke and I'll.
Right. I'm hugging her. Look, me and my wife has had some fights. We get along most of the time, pretty much 95% of the time. But early on, it was never easy. There has never been a moment in my life or in any time with any girl I've ever dated that I've ever wanted to hit a bitch. I've never been that. Maybe if I was drunk enough, I could think about doing it. But I've never been stoned enough where I was like, you know what? I'm gonna fuck her up tonight if she opens her mouth. The only thing I'm thinking, I'm like, I'm gonna chill. You know what I want cookies. Bitch, can we stop this? Can we smoke a bowl, calm this down, and let's go get some cookies? Because I would rather do that.
Why do you think in times of war, in feudal times, that was part of something they did as well? They would sit down and smoke together.
The old circle.
They would smoke together, and it was considered, however you acted after you smoked, that's your true nature. Right. So most normal people, even if you're angry, you just mellow out.
And just like drinking too, right? I mean, it's the same thing. When you're drunk, that's your nature.
It seems like that's the opposite, though. It seems like, if you haven't noticed, I noticed this. If somebody drinks and they become angry, I bet you any amount of money that when they smoke, they become calm.
Yeah. Oh, total opposite.
So it's total opposite. I think the alcohol seems to burn the anger issues for most people, or very severe. Like I've seen a lot of people who are what I call like sloppy drunks. Like they get very emotional, or they get very, like they start to drool, or they No, they're like
true.
hysterical crying, or just kind of hang on you like, what's happening? Like,
the end of the night is not going to be fun.
Friends of all spectrums, man. I'm telling you, I've had a friend, every kind of fucked up, weird thing. I get it. Everybody has their own thing, but I don't know.
But in your circle, in this situation, it seems like what I'm hearing is she, on her side of the fence, they don't smoke. Am I guessing correctly?
No, and this had nothing to do with cannabis. I actually didn't smoke back then. Remember, I've just in the past 3 years have just smoked again. Went back into it.
So back into it, but then you weren't.
Before that, it was until in my 20s, and then I stopped.
Okay.
Well, it was trying to convince myself, no, weed is bad. Weed is bad.
So the demonization, right? Sure, it's great, but the demonization it's not in your scenario here. They're not demonizing you because you smoke weed.
No,
because he's too old now to understand it. He knows. He's like, "Fuck you, I smoke weed, bitch."
I bet you he does. I've seen the last time I've seen him was on his Instagram page.
Oh no shit! That's so weird that we have to see our kids like that's a thing. Yeah.
It hurts. You have no idea. He was smoking like a vape thing. So I don't know if it was an e-cigarette or if he was vaping like us.
Okay.
So, but
you would know.
We would have that in common.
Yeah.
And I mean, he's my son. He's my flesh and blood. Of course, we have a lot in common. She manipulated the situation so that I could be absent from so many things, so that she could drive wedges between us, and it happens in the cannabis community, and it's just like people are put in jail for selling a couple ounces.
Yeah,
you put someone in jail because they made a few $100. True.
Obviously, you see here, Michael says sorry, bro.
Yeah, Michael's a cool dude, man. Michael's become a good buddy, and
he's a good friend.
Facebook friend. I haven't met the guy in person. I'm not giving you 5 stars yet, Michael. We'll get there.
You gotta get. You're not gonna fucking be sending him casserole recipes just yet.
Just yet. No, he seems like a really cool dude.
That's awesome.
He's got a story about restorative justice. Like it's a lot of shit I want to help people with. Think about how many guys come out of jail. Their families are gone. Their lives are fucked up beyond belief.
I talked to a lot of them.
Think about it. They're not just a drug dealer. Right. Now they're a felon and a criminal record, and they're just normal fucking guys.
I spent time. Right? Did we ever talk about that? I was in prison.
You mentioned that. I think the first time we spoke when my thing didn't record.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Remember that? I told you I'm not computer savvy.
Yeah.
I'm not. And
when I spent time, it was 24, 36 total hours. But prison and jail are totally fucking different things. A lot of us have been to lockup, have been to jail, and
I was locked up
more than fucking handfuls. But
the longest I was locked up was 2 days straight because it was over a weekend. So it was all of Saturday night into Sunday, all of Sunday, and then Monday morning I went before the judge and they ROR'd me.
They let you go. That's nice.
It was a bullshit shit. And my friend got bagged because he had a prior and he had to go to county lockup after that. And I remember I came home, I got his mom, and we came back to get him bailed out. It was like, I don't know, it was like a few days later or a week.
So he had kind of what my situation was.
He had to stay for a minute.
Yeah, I had to stay too. And it was nothing. They thought I was a flight risk, that I was going to be leaving state or something, because my tags, there's just a bunch of shit. I was moving around a lot at that time, which, I guess whatever. But it was a wrongful imprisonment anyway, because they thought they had a pound on me because they weighed a jar of marijuana with marijuana in it and didn't tear with the jar. Right. It was an eighth. They locked me up fucking for an eighth.
That's stupid. It's so stupid.
And so obviously when they found that out, and it was get him out of here, drop it all. We had nothing to do with this. So sorry.
Whoops.
Sorry, don't do anything. We're so sorry. But that experience in and of itself was life-changing, because when you're in there, they treat you, have your rights are gone. Forget about it. It's over for you. Your life is over. Even the people in there telling you to try to make you think that you're gonna have a great exit, that they're like, you're fucked, bro. This is your life now. Get used to it. Pick up the soap. Make some friends around here. You're gonna be here for a while, and when you get out, it's not gonna be easy for you. And the people that are there, like the lawyer that's there to help you, the prosecutor, they're not really there to help you, and they're there to make
the other guy's job a little bit easier.
Yeah, man, and they're
not going to help you.
The story the woman told, when I said to her, I'm like, I don't belong here. They fucked up, and she's like, how many times I hear that? Like I was cut down, and my white privilege sent in, and I'm like, I really don't belong here, man. And you know what? I didn't, because of where and everything I came from, and what I've done. And for an eighth of marijuana, you should never be in this situation. But she hears that every fucking day, even for people that murdered somebody. I didn't do it. I shouldn't be here, and so I understand it, to where they're desensitized from every day and what they're seeing. But the normality and the humanity of it all is, we're all humans and we're all people on the other side of the fence. And when you're getting treated like that, it's humiliating, and it's I can't even say the word right now. Dehumanizing. And it really just makes you think of like these people that have been pushed around by the popo. Hey there, kitty. Little soft break of kitty.
Yeah.
But how many false imprisonments have occurred? There are just so many out there, and it's a shame that these people really don't get to speak up and get the right. There's a program out there called Mission Green out there, and they're a great charity.
I don't know if they still exist. There's a program called Second Chances.
Second Chance is another good one. Last Prisoner Project is another good one.
My dad used to work with them to help them out because of his gambling and his he knew a gnarly bunch. Let's just say my dad was very well connected, and he was a nice guy. He had a lot of friends who could do some stuff.
Let's do some stuff.
He helped that, because a lot of his friends would go in and out of jail and their lives were fucked. So he used to do things like, get them suits, clothing, shoes. You know how many guys don't have shoes to go on a job interview?
It's amazing, dude. Yeah. So Weldon Angelos, he's the guy that runs Mission Green. He was locked up for maybe a pound or some shit like that. But he was supposed to spend life in prison almost. He got out. Now he's doing this Mission Green thing. He's doing some great things for the community, and he's doing exactly that. He's pretty much getting these people assimilated. He's getting these records expunged, which is kind of leads us into what we want to talk about. It's growing, right? All these fucking people out there now are going to be getting rich. And starting, especially in New York, now that it's legalized, and starting these huge, massive grows, and people in the inner cities of Brooklyn and Spanish Harlem, where I used to fucking sling shit back in the day. They have spent so much time in prison, have their lives ruined for what people are going to be getting rich over, and that's growing fucking pounds of weed in their garage. Am I right?
Yeah, you are. That's you couldn't have done that any better. That was the other thing I wanted to talk about. I was talking to my friends on the show, and saying how everybody's growing, and everybody, it's just, and I was trying to explain to them,
Tammy,
bring the weed, and Tammy, the best. She's from Kentucky. She's nice. Got McConnell over there. So
the worst, literally one of the worst ever. There's the three horsemen of the apocalypse. It's what? Mitch McConnell, Lindsey Graham, and Ted Cruz. Those fucking three just got to go. But anyway, go ahead.
So, what was the last thing I just said?
Growing, about people growing.
Okay. So, just talking about how the back end of these companies, like I was telling people about Alera, how Alera, and then they started this new company called Kind Tree.
Right.
all it is it's just a box with a label on it. It's the same weed that Alera's putting in their capsules and then putting. So you're buying a pretty label and you think it's all hippy whippy, and it's not. It's these corporations, and you don't know what they're putting into the plant. You don't know what they're feeding it. There's nobody there to regulate and say you can't use these fucking horrible chemicals to supercharge your plant.
Right.
You don't know what you're smoking.
Canopy Grow's another one of these offenders. Not say offenders, but they're just a big corporation that has these multiple greenhouses that span fucking states, and every state the label is different, but it's the same shit.
Same shit. Yep. Thank you. I can call it A, B, C, D, E, F, G weed, and in the next state over, call it, XYZ weed. It's the same shit.
And Cookies is capitalizing on that kind of with almost a brand where Canopy Grow and Alera aren't, where Cookies can go state to state, because I think that's what they're doing now. I think they are in Nevada. I think they're in Washington. I'm not sure.
They're a little bit more open. They are a little bit more visible, so they're not hiding their shit.
And some of the best shit.
A lot of these companies are little mom and pop companies that make, not mom and pop in the sense that it's nothing, but it could be a multimillionaire going, all right, here's $1 million that he gives to his kid and says, here, start a business.
Grow me a bunch of weed and
right.
Yeah.
I'll invest $1 million into it and turn it into 20 million.
And that's not hard in this industry, bro. We've all fucking flipped weed.
Do you know what I could do with $1 million with the knowledge I have of growing businesses, building sales?
That's a $5 million
distribution channel.
Yeah.
If I had $1 million, the weed company I'd grow, and ethically too.
That's kind of the most important part right now, right?
And ethically.
I think everybody needs a chance within this industry, not just rich white people, and myself included. I'm not a rich white person at all by any stretch of the imagination.
We got to put something right here, like boom. We got to put something graphic. Boom.
Dude, it needs to be all inclusive, because what people have been hurt the most, and that's minorities, just in general.
People of color need to get some prioritization in this cannabis industry and field.
And now, because if it's not now, it's not going to happen, because it's already it's over.
As soon as the government really comes in and goes, okay, we're going to expunge everything, we're going to fix everything. But the guy I play golf with at the country club, he shook me 50 grand for my reelection campaign. I'm going to grant him a license first.
Right. Right.
My waiter's husband at the, everybody's going to be connected, and that's the dirty shit.
That is dirty. And what do you think about? Okay, so what do you think about rich rappers getting into the game? I'm okay with some, but I feel like they're going to over corporize it in a sense.
Explain to me. Okay, let's take Jay-Z for an example.
Let's take him,
because this pissed me off. There's a lot of things Jay-Z does that I like. I'm a Brooklyn guy. I mean, don't ever get me wrong. I'm a Brooklyn guy. I love Jay-Z. I don't have to like everything he's done as a human being and a man. But he wants to start this luxury weed line. He wants to start it like an entry-level weed line and this luxury weed line.
Right.
And he wants to charge this exorbitant price. Now, here's what I understand. Part of that money is going to go into the shit he does that funnels through his pipelines into communities. I get it. He doesn't disclose every fucking thing he does. Neither does everybody else.
Doesn't need to. Yeah.
Doesn't need to. Right. But do you really think that extra $5 that you're going to charge for that gram is going to hurt the person spending the $5 more than it's going to help you do what you need to do in the long run?
I think so, and I think it's going to lead people more to stay on the black market and to go to personal grows.
I think so too, because eventually weed will be so common, it will be free. It will literally be free. Weed will become a currency. Oh, you want that computer? Okay, I'll take
a bunch of weed.
I'll take a pound of weed. Give me a pound of weed and I'll get that computer.
Bro, I'd be fucking flipping computers all day. So Oregon, I think, did it probably. I could be wrong, and if I'm wrong, go fuck myself. But Oregon, I think, did it
Everything's on the table. Everything.
Right.
It's
you
so walk
cheap.
Around with heroin, crack.
But in terms of in terms of your price tag of going to the dispensary, there really isn't a big one. I hear people walking out of there with $8 Ace. Like, all right, that's not, you're not taxing me at that point. So that is what I'm talking about. Right. In Jersey and where you are, that's not what's happening. Obviously, that you're going broke. What's it in Jersey for an ounce?
I don't know. Jersey, I'm out of touch with. I mean, I'm just.
What's it by you?
I haven't been for regs.
No, 12, I don't want to hear it. $12.50?
No. For an ounce? You said an ounce or like a gram?
No, an ounce.
An ounce? Anywhere between 150 and no. Wait. We're talking
some fire shit. We're talking, not regulars, because nobody here. I hope nobody here is smoking regulars. If you're smoking regular, we're not going to get along.
No, but really, sorry. I mean, the more you go, people are doing it for like $6, $7, $8 a gram. If you're really buying cheap.
Damn, nah, fuck that. I'm talking, normal price shit. When you go to the dispensary, you're getting your purple, your lemon haze, your Gorilla Glues, your shit like that. Your normal dispensary stuff where people are,
dispensary stuff.
Oh, yeah. So what's a medical dispensary?
$12 to $15 is like a regs, like a decent, like would I buy the lemon, lemon haze or the lemon OG in the morning?
So you call regs lemon OG. You're not calling regs where you're busting out seeds on a record player. That's what I'm thinking in my head when somebody says regs to me, because we're old enough to know that's what regs are. You got your brick weed and it looks like shit.
We'd be popping the
seeds in our face.
Yeah.
So we're now fancy people where lemon OG skunk is regs, bro. Are you pinkies up fancying me now?
I am. I've reached a point where I'm allowed to enjoy my weed. I can be a weed connoisseur.
Tell me more. Tell me more, connoisseur.
Here's what I do know. Here's what I do recommend. Whenever you have an extra couple of bucks, load up so that you can kind of space yourself out. And that's what I do. I don't go all in where I have like, a private weed fest. I will actually space myself out and be, just pardon the word, responsible.
What? You are responsible? Okay, that's cool. So what do you feel?
Yes. If that makes is that a thing?
Yeah, absolutely. I think so.
Responsible weed smoker. I'm a responsible weed smoker.
And I think there's a big conversation in the cannabis community right now of responsible weed smoking and over consuming. And
I'm a parent. I take care of my children all day long, and I got to tell you, without the weed, I can't take care of my kids all day long.
Sure. Well, how do you feel about on the Instagram and that shit, the people that over consume? And we're not hating on people that do it, but really just the big gram dabs and smoking.
Have you seen them drop the lines in like this and watch them burn away?
Yeah,
like a 2-foot line, and the kids like.
Yeah. How do you feel about that?
I was that kid when I was 19 years old.
Yes,
I get it. I was. Pardon the word, I'm not insulting anyone with mental health issues, but just in my generation, we said I was fucking retarded. That's what we
were.
I was a fucking moron.
We would jump off a building or a house, do ridiculous amounts of bong rips, chug a beer, and if there was a dab or hash or acid to be done, we would do it too. All in the same night. And if there's a kid in the room hearing me, I'm sorry.
No, I think they've escaped.
I'm just saying in general anywhere. But this is what we did. And I get that. And there was no social media back then, right? We didn't have Facebook or shit like that. So
social media was the neighborhood butterflies that used to just flock around and
yap their mouth. So I think the overconsumption thing is obviously a thing we need to look out for and a problem, but it's not something that we should just put our nose up at, because we all did it.
No.
And we would have done it on social media as well.
I love it. I love it. I love the fact that there are guys out there doing videos of this, documenting it, recording it, and the videos are on the internet forever.
Yeah.
I love it because, honest to God, let them have their memories. The ones that turn out fine, they'll look back and go, what a cool memory.
What a great time.
They'll be 40, 50, 60 years old and go, oh man, I had so much fun in my 20s. Good for you. Right. Have that moment and have it. I wish me and my friends had smartphones back then. The shit that we did, first of all, half the shit we did was horrible.
And illegal.
Let's be real. Half the other shit was extremely funny. Like, yes, we literally, okay, so the days when AOL really was booming and we had all these chat rooms, well, I found this thing, and I remember my friend Walter was the only kid I knew who had a printer. My printer broke.
Okay.
So we printed it out. It was the stupidest thing. 50 things to do in an elevator when you're high. And it's like this is like a bucket list. You have to do this. And one of them was you have to dress all in black. You have to have a black knapsack. You have to look all conspicuous. Okay. And two people get in elevator. And you have to make sure, like one of these big Manhattan buildings. I'm not advocating this, but funny as fuck.
It's better because you got more floors and you can do a lot more in that.
Funny as fuck. Exactly. You could ride for like 50 floors and fuck with people. But nowadays, I mean, it's different. Remember, this was 20 plus years ago. Okay. But as soon as the doors close, you quick run to the doors, get on your knees, open up your duffel bags, and take out the tape and start taping the door and start yelling at everybody, quick, help, let's go, grab the other side. And people start like, what the fuck is going on? There was so many things in there, just stuff to do in an elevator. One was like, as soon as the door opened, just yell, stop! Pretend you're using the bathroom. I know. There's a whole bunch of shit.
Well, farting in one is always key. Yeah. Just leave a nice Easter egg for everybody to sniff as you walk out. That's always gold. Good elevator fucks, man. That's the best. Good shit. So anything going on for you this week? You got anything to promote?
I am okay. Jellies. I was talking this afternoon about jelly. I make jelly.
Okay.
I come up with really cool flavor combinations.
I like that.
And I'm going to try to make some of my jellies, and I would like people to try them.
Okay, I will try some of your jellies, sir.
Okay, it is 100% organic. I'll only buy organic fruit, and everything will be organic. And I can make regular jelly or infused jelly.
Talk dirty to me. That's what I want to hear.
I make one that I call Strawberry Bliss, which is pure strawberry, but I add something to it
that makes it blissful.
It makes it blissful.
Okay,
100%. Natural thing, an organic thing.
Sure.
And then I'll do a blueberry lemonade, which tastes exactly how it sounds. It's fantastic,
refreshing,
and a pineapple jalapeno.
Ooh,
that is bomb on a sandwich.
Ooh, yeah, I would
put that on like turkey or ham or anything. Or
do you know what I would want that on, bro? A fucking hamburger. Yes.
Bro, here's what I did. I killed a burger with this. I made a big ass beef burger. I did my jalapeno pineapple spread. At that point, you can call it a spread.
Sure,
call it jelly. But then I sliced the long way, the jalapeno. I put it on top of the jelly because jalapeno is a little bit spicy. It's not like doesn't destroy you spicy.
Right. If you leave the seeds, it's spicy, but you get rid of that shit. You clean up. It's good.
I leave some just
for that kick.
I leave it, but the pineapple's so good. So when you crunch through it, like the jalapenos on it, like the pickle, and it's just bomb.
The snaps, that fucking pino snaps, dude. I want that in my mouth. Do you put an egg on the burger?
I have not normally, but I have.
I don't eat a burger without an egg on it.
I just did last week turkey burgers because I am trying to cut out red meat. So we did turkey burgers, and I marinated the ground turkey in apple juice for a while. Then I mixed in my spices, my herbs, my stuff.
Yeah.
And chopped up some fresh green scallions, threw them in there, and they came out just nice and fluffy and juicy. And
nice.
Yeah, I killed them.
Nice, man. Fucking delicious. Sounds good. You got to send me some of that shit, please.
Yeah, I will. Yeah,
we'll talk offline.
I'm gonna send to a few good people who've been watching, and yeah, you'll definitely get.
Please,
some.
You know how I fucking eat like a fat kid in dodgeball, man. I love that shit. I might not look like it, but I like to eat food. Really yeah, man. So for me, I'm just fucking promoting YouTube channel, GoStoner, all that shit. Also, this. Have you seen this in action yet?
Was that your last?
This is the laser bong. Yeah. This is amazing, and I just wanted to show you guys how it works. Look at that. That's the laser.
So is it burning it right now? Wow. See, you have so many toys. I have like 4 toys. Oh, don't die on me.
And it's amazing.
Don't die.
It's such a fresh, delicious fucking hit, dude. It's so amazing. Like it's like a normal bong, obviously handheld though. Mm-hmm. But because you're lighting it with the laser, you're getting more of the flavor out of it. You're not combusting. Mm-hmm. It's fucking epic. I do have a discount code for this. It's GoStoner, saves you 10%. There's links in my bio. Definitely check this thing out. This is one of my favorite toys I've ever played with, dude. And it just goes to show what the future is going to be about.
So what's the regular price?
I think the regular price is $500. It's on sale right now for $429, and then discount code. I think people are getting it for like $380 right now. Which
$380 with your $500 item.
Yeah, for $500 item. And you could buy like an extra warranty for the laser. But really, it's fucking amazing. I was surprised how good this was. I was thinking at first it was going to be like one of those hokey little things, like it's a laser lighting us. This ain't hokey, bro. This rips. Like a normal bong rip, when you want to take a snap, you only get that one rip out of the bowl. This you're getting up to 3, depending on how you pack it. You get 2 good fucking pulls, like big bong rips out of it, which to me, that's more than I'm getting out of a normal rip.
True.
So I fucking love this thing, man. But that's it for me, man.
Not bad.
I had a great time, dude. It was lit.
Yeah.
Thank you, everybody, for watching.
Always, my friend. Thank you, guys. I'll see you later.
We will see you next week, everybody. Thank you for watching 2 Jews. Peace out and stay lit, mofos.
Bye.